Hello everyone, today I want to show my homework about the data system. Today is about the homework 2. And first I want to say about the goal. The first goal is to combine two tables and become a new tables. And the second goal is update and delete your data from my database. And now I want to talk about what I want to do at my first work. And first of all, you can see this picture and tell that I have two tables. The first table is STUSY, the second table is COUIC in if. The table information about the STUSY is course ID and the student ID. The course information table, the information is about course ID, course name, course count, teacher name, and teacher name. And I want to plus these two tables together to be a new table about name course TU. And the table information include course ID, course name, course count, teacher name, teacher number, teacher name, and the student ID. Also, you can see the first and second table have the same information about the course ID. It's a very important point. Okay, and the first I have to create a table at the MongoDB. So the first I want to create a table named course STU. So no, it's not MongoDB. Is the it's at MySQL, and so I type the table name course STU at here, and click the apply. And when I click apply, I can type the code, and it's about some information like I course ID, it will be mature, it will be a string, and there's all about the information all a lot is a string, but the course count is internet integer, only the yeah. So when I finish different information of my course STU, the third step I have to do is to type the code. And first I type the code, I have to do is to search. And I search the code, the first table, the course information, course ID, the course information, course name, the course count, and teacher number. Although, so what I can select course ID, course name, course count, teacher number, teacher name. Okay, and the fourth step I have to do is to collect student ID as a student ID. The student number, the student ID field in the student number is null. It will be replaced with a string n-a. Okay, so it will be replaced null to n-a. And the fifth step I have to do is type the code data combine. I have to combine two tables. So I have to write the code from course info and left choose STUSY and on course information course ID equals STUSY then course ID. So the course information table is being selected and left join. I use left join operation is performed to merge the two tables using course ID from both sides as the join condition. So I say if they have the same information about the course ID, so they can two tables can combine together. And the sixth step I have to type the code about the data sorting. Also, I have sorted the data. So this data is sorted in ascending order based on course name field in the course table. Also, we can see the result. This is my result. Also, you can see all the information was combined together. Okay, this is my first work. And now I want to say about my second work is what I want to do at my second work. And the goal, I have a table named STUSY, and they have course ID and the student ID. I have to do is create, read, update, and delete. Create is add the new data, include pasting student ID and course ID information into the STUSY table. And read, I can retrieve if there is IT data from STUSY table. Update is update a new course ID based on STUID. Delete, I can delete corresponding STUID and the course ID based on STU student ID. Okay, so I will show how to do at about the fourth step or four goal about create, read, update, and delete. And I have a work plan how I do, and I have to tell some important information. Like front end is the app.js, and my back end is index2.js, and my data will show on my school and the web page. And I have 5 steps. The first step is front-end return and will confirm the action to be executed and set the import content for the interface. And my second step to do is at front-end const and function. I will declare the variables and write subroutines. And my third step at the front return, I will write a event code to execute the corresponding subroutines. And it means I send HTML information. And the fourth step I will do at the backend const and subroutine. I will configure the database connection and then define actions for the backend data processing. So the fifth step, I will check the data, check if the web page can run smoothly, and modify if the database has been updated according to the requirements. So if I finish my fifth step is okay, I will do next step. It's not okay, I will check how to check. I will use this code, use consola.log, and I can type some word to try here. And I first will try the front end return to it will show on the web page background. And the second I will try at the backend subterm. I will show on the VB terminal. Okay, so the four goal create, read, update, and delete. I will use this 5 steps to do it. Okay, now I want to do the first goal is create. The first goal create step 1, I will there are 2 input fields, one for student ID and another for course ID. And I want to create a button. When press it will be added enter content to list. And when I have this goal, I have to think I need what variable and what function I need. So I need 2 variables about say course ID and say student ID, and then the function I need is add the student record. Okay. Now and I will to write to consider to define the variable and write the function how to do. So at step 2, I will do at the front end const function. The first I have to consider to define the course ID and the student ID, and I write the function. The function is about how to add the course ID and student ID to the course the list. And then you see here they have I need this named course list. So it means I have to define a course list. Oh, okay, so I have a new variable is a set course list, and here the code is to send course ID and the student ID to the backend. Once the server receives the request, it will update the front-end course list. Okay, and now at the third step, I will write code at the front-end returns. Okay, and here you can see there are 2 input field. One input field is about course ID. The second input field is about student ID, and this is about the button. The button is I have to do is add student study. STUSY record. So you can see here, this is the code about the STUSY record. Okay, and I finish here. It means I can run here, and run here I have to go to the backend. Okay, now at the fourth step, to have a code at the backend, and I have to do is perform basic setup, extract the memorable values, and insert the value into the backend scroll. Okay, and you can see here the rate. You can see it's the best setting to executing SQL. And here is the create. And the create is to expect the course ID and student ID from create request and assign these two values from the fronted to these two contents. So I will receive the course ID and the student ID from the front end. Okay, and then the second I will to do is to here is called the two variable course ID and student from JavaScript and insert the into the STUSY table in SQL. So here is to connect to SQL, and the third is to check, and it say if have error and else. If there's an error during the insert process, the message will be sent to the console. If successful, it will return values insert to the console. So you can check is successful is or not. Okay, and this is the fourth step. I do my create, and the second goal I have to do is to read. Okay, so what I want to do is want to set up a button that can display all the list. So all I need is just a function is to get student. The get student function is to show all the list about my data. Okay, so the first step I know I want to have a function and get student. So at step 2, I have to write a get student function to fetch the update list. So I have to send a get. This get will be take a backend request to the fetch student data and storing this data in from applications courses date variable for display on the front end. Okay, so and I can put this function into my button. Okay, when I click my button, I will get the students. How I can do what? I can this code create a button that when I click calls the get button function, additionally it increase through each element in the course ID course list array, displaying the course ID and student ID of each student of the interface. So when I try it, I can show all my course ID and my student ID. Okay, so the first step I have to do to the back-end course sublet, perform best setup, variable values, and insert the best values into the background SQL. So the first step I have to write a get because I say the front can have to request about a get. So the get is the purpose of this code is to handle get request from the silent. Upon receiving the get request, the code queries the database to select all data from the STUSY table. If there's an error during the query process, when the error is not empty, it outputs the error message to the console. If the request is successful, it will send the result as a response back to the silent. Okay, and then now I want to show the picture about what I do. First I have to, you can see I create the course ID here, enter the student ID here, and I click here, enter the STUSY record, and it will show and I want to show it. I will click here, show STUSY. I will see all the information, and here you can see the information I have did before, and the course ID is here and the student ID here. This is about the web page, and you can see my SQL also have this information here. Okay, okay. I have talked about the two goals, and then now I want to show my third goal. Okay, the third goal I have to do is upload. Why I want to do it at the first step, I have to know what's my goal. I have to type a new course ID. If I click a button update, I can renew the course ID. It means I when I type a new course ID and I press it, I click it, it will renew. And all the variable I need is set new course ID and the function is update student course. Okay, so it's our goal. So I have to see what I to do. The first is I have to define what is new course ID. So I define here. And the second I have to show is the function I did. The function when I did is I have to send a put request. So the put request is about the backend. Okay, the send a put request list to the backend, requesting to update the student ID and the new course ID of a specific student. And I will check if the student ID matches the student ID in the function parameter. If it matches, create a new object with the student course ID and update to new course ID and then return its new object. If it doesn't match, keep the original value unchanged. Or it means if I cannot find out the student ID I have created before, it will not renew it will not renew. Okay, and the third step, I have finished this about the update student course and the define a new course ID, and all I have to do is to uh, finish my how to code my about the button. And here you can see I have a set input field print key your course ID and the value put in new course ID. And the button here is when I click the button, it will run this update student course I have shown here. Okay, so it will get the value about the student ID. It will check the student ID. Okay, when I click the button, I will renew my new course ID to back in, and the button name will be updated. Okay. And the first step, I have to write the put action. The put action is to renew the table STUSY from student ID, update the value to course ID. Okay, so at the backend, you can see the request about the put. The purpose of this code is to hand a put request from the silent. Upon receiving the put request, it updates the corresponding student course ID in STUSY database table based on the provided course ID and the student ID. So here you can see if 0 and non-0, you will have some response back. Okay, so you will check the course ID and student ID here. Okay, so at the step 5, I can see here, and I try to renew the course ID become 54219, and I click here update, and it will be nothing to show. But if you the third step you click show STUSY, you will see the new course ID is 54219 here. Okay, you can see here on the web page, and you can see also on the MySQL on the new course ID here. Okay. Okay, the first goal is to delete the the delete, and the first step I have to know what I have to do. I have to when I click the button, I can delete it, the student ID and the course ID. So my function is the delete course. Okay. Now, and how I check my delete course? Probably I need the student ID. Okay, so here is delete. Sorry. Okay, I have to create a delete course subroutine. Okay, so it means I have to send a delete request to the server and request to this student data with the specified student ID. Then it updates the course ID list stated in the front-end application to display the most recent student data, including the deleted students. Okay, and I finish here. I have to put the delete course here, and when I click here, when the button delete click, we will check the student ID and run the function delete course, and the delete course will check the student ID. Okay, so now you didn't need to type anything, just click the delete is okay. Okay, now we see the backing course, and now we want to delete the action from the student ID, so we have to see the backend the delete request, and upon receiving a delete request from the silent, it deletes the corresponding student data in the HW2 database table based on the provided student ID. If the deletion is successful, it returns number of the record. Okay, so when I check, I have the I just click and the data will be deleted. Okay, now we can see the step I did. And when I click here, I click delete it, and you see that the course ID and the student ID is not exist, and you can see that my SQL here is no any information. Okay, now I want to show the code I did before, and I try. Okay, now we start our code. npm start, and we'll open the web page. Okay, we can see here. Now we want to try. Now I have to show the SQL. I have is the SQL. The table is here, and I want to add a new course ID named A00051, and the student ID is S0032. Okay, and you see here have no the same information, so I try A00051. Okay, how we try here. Course ID A00051, and we show the information S000032. S000032. Now the act I do is quit. Now okay, so I add study. So you can see the information I showed, and you can hear and now I want to do is read. When I click here, we'll see all the data out here, and you can see A000051. We find where here, and you can see I typed before. Okay, and I want to update, so I want to update a new course ID, so I update A000001. Okay, so I update. You now see it's A000051. When I update, I will be click no anything. But if you click here to renew, you will show the new course ID A000001. So I have to do the update work. Now the next work I want to do is to delete. So I just click here. Okay, you check here. Now it's A000001. You can see my SQL. Okay, how I try renew. Okay, here A0001 here S000032. Okay, I want to delete the data, so I just click here delete. Okay, so you renew, you cannot see the data I typed before, and you can see here my SQL. You renew, you can see now, and I click renew. You cannot see the data. Also, I have all the four step: read, update, and delete. And this is my homework, and I had to special send my friend Mr. Wu and help me to check the code and teach me about the server. And the second I had to show my teacher Miss Peculiars and he helped me to debug and tell me how to debug and tell me what I can do in education. Okay, thanks for your listening.